Strawberry Launch, live from New York.
Yes.
Awesome. Oh my God, guys, look at you guys. Look at that compound. So full of color, creativity, fashion, got keyboard. Look at that. Matrianna's got style. Everyone's got style. Benji's in the back. Looking cool. Look at you guys. Awesome. So let me just quickly introduce you guys to the show. I mean, you guys are a New York-based indie psychedelic rock band. You know, your tagline is you bring fruity tunes and sweet melodies to the world. I love that. That's just awesome, guys. Who came up with that tagline? That's perfect.
We had to have a summary for a gig like a year ago, and so I just threw that in there.
I love it. I love it, guys. But yeah, absolutely. It's great. So let me introduce you guys to the band, to the obviously vocals, you know, Regan McCroskey, guitar, Matrianna Gahol, drums, Benjy Berkowitz, bass, Abby Flicker, and keyboard, Taylor Hurd. The whole gang is in town. Look at you guys. And yeah, and I do want to talk about the great new music, incredible band. You know, the new single was produced by our good friend Elliot Jacobson of the show. You know, but I gotta start by telling you guys this. Each of you are such a special talent. Like, you guys are like a dream team in a way. Like, it's so weird to me when people see a band like Strawberry Launch, like looking so cool and looking like you're having fun. People don't realize the amount of talent that each one of you in the room has right now. It's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, definitely. So before we get to some of the music of the individual questions that I want to ask of you guys, tell us, like, what's the genesis of Strawberry Launch? Like, how did you guys meet? Did someone put a post-it note, a Craigslist? What's the genesis of the band?
I wanted to start a band, and I didn't know where to start. And I had a friend that went to NYU, and she introduced me to Matrianna, and then I met everybody else through Mott. But we churned through some other people before we got the group that we have here, and it all worked out for the best. So we've been a band since the end of 2018.
2018. You guys have come so far already. So good. Actually, so Regan, let's start with you. You're from Columbus, Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Right. So way before you set roots in Manhattan, you know, you were very immersed in the arts in Ohio. I mean, you were doing theater, you were doing chorus, lots of creativity. What are some of the earliest memories that you have of the arts, you know, in your Columbus household, into your soul?
My dad has an insane vinyl collection.
Nice.
He probably owns like 500 records or something. And so I grew up listening to a lot of rock music. But my dad also like loves female singer-songwriters. I have really good memories attached to Annie Lennox.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's some of just like booming music in our house and pancakes on Sundays and all that good stuff.
Oh,
so
that's awesome. That's great, Regan. And obviously, you know, in addition to the amazing vocals that you provide to the band, you know quite a bit about music publishing. I mean, the fact that you know stuff like maintaining song catalogs and licenses and overseeing agreements, like just like the minutia that no one knows, does it give you a nice like general overview of the waters? So as like Strawberry Launch navigates?
Yeah, it's nice that whenever we enter any kind of endeavor, I can work it out from the music business side.
Right.
And that's really, really nice. So it's certainly been helpful for what we do. Yeah.
Absolutely. And everyone must love it that they have you for that. The video froze a little bit, guys. I don't know if you guys can see me all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little frozen for us too.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right, no problem. Because we do the video as well. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to try and we'll edit it. We'll edit this part out if you guys want to try. I don't know, turning it off and on really quick.
Okay.
Should we try it from the computer?
There we go. There we go. I see you now, Matrianna.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Okay, cool. Well, that's great, Regan. Thanks for sharing that. And of course, Matrianna, let me get to you here for a second. You're a Chicago girl. Bit of a different vibe from New York. Do you miss Illinois?
I do miss it, but I think like the music scene here is a lot better. It's like a lot better to get connected with like other musicians and a lot easier to like find shows since there's like a lot more places to go around here. Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely, definitely. But like, tell us a little bit. I find this absolutely fascinating, and Taylor can also like chip in, whatever. But like, tell us about the Chicago School of Rock, Matriana, right? Because first of all, it's like mega competitive to get in, right? Like there's, I mean, there's great footage of you like rocking the guitar on everything from like Pink Floyd, Santana, The Grateful Dead, like insane. Like it's really tough to get in, right?
Um, so I guess like it's pretty like you can sign up for lessons and stuff, but like Taylor and I, we have to audition for like this like thing called Show Team at School of Rock, where you just like play shows around Chicago, and then we both like auditioned for this thing called All Stars, where we toured like around the country, which that's pretty hard to get into, but it's like a really good opportunity and definitely like helped like helped me feel better about performing in front of people and with other people.
Absolutely. I mean, you look so confident. Taylor, you did the social media for the School of Rock, and you did teaching assistant as well. What's that experience like to see all this talent, like, you know, from the communication perspective?
Well, another passion of mine outside of music has always been photography. So, when the manager of School of Rock came to me and asked if I could do the social media, I just thought it was the perfect opportunity to tie the two together, and it kind of just gave me a whole new visual perspective of performances that I never even had thought of before. So I'm really glad that I had that opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I do want to get to Benji and all of them in a second. But Matrena, one more question. You have Philippine roots. Um, Tell us, like, was your family at all surprised when you got such a gift for love for guitar, for rock and roll, this kind of stuff?
Um, I don't know. Like both my parents aren't musicians, and like I don't know. I feel like it's like not really common for like Filipinos to go into like music, I guess. So I think they were definitely like it's not like normal, and definitely like were a little surprised that I wanted to go into music. And I don't know if
Yeah.
they were disappointed or anything, but they're definitely really supportive of me. Um, and yeah, I would also have a twin sister who's also in music. But
Oh,
she
cool.
lives in New York. She lives in Michigan, and so both of us like went to School of Rock and were very involved in music. So I don't think they're like super surprised or anything. And like I think they eventually like are like really supportive of us like going or like going to college for music and like trying to like find a career in it.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Yeah, because some of these cultures are more conservative. I hear you. And Taylor, you know, you mentioned the photography. You do photography, but you're also majoring in music technology at NYU, along with Matriana, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Does the band rely? Does the band rely on you, Taylor, like for you know the best production in the world, editing, and like you're not charging them like you're not charging the money? It's like you're getting a freebie, basically.
Well, I actually came to the music tech program not really knowing anything about production. I was strictly a performer in high school, so I would consider myself like still learning and in the beginning stages of production. But I really hope that one day like I'll have a better like feel for it, and maybe I could do some for the band too. I think that'd be super awesome.
I'm pretty sure you will. And let's go to the man of the hour to your right there, Benji. How you doing? Um, Benji, obviously, I mean, you're the only guy in the band. But like, it's so great. It's so great. But like, tell us like the chemistry you have with the band. But tell us like a little bit about your beginnings with the drums. Like, were you always a drum guy?
I started playing in like elementary school, but I remember like I didn't want to play drums, and I wanted to play like oboe or something.
Nice.
And my mom was like, "You can't." And then
Your mom
so I
didn't let you
went,
play oboe. Okay.
yeah,
She's like, no, I want my son to get to get some action, to get some dates, right? Yeah.
she wanted me to be a big orchestra nerd, and then but then I just played since then, and it's just gone on through like high school and college now.
Oh man, that's great. That's great. Your style is fantastic, by the way. And Avi, let me ask about your bass because, you know, the bass is such a crucial part of the band. I feel like it's I feel like I mean, like watching like the clips of you guys. I feel like you hold the whole band. You're the glue. You're the glue that holds all of the
Yes.
other teammates together. Um, is it almost like you have to be like super focused with Benji and like just like really like in tune and kind of like really focused, right?
Yeah, even though we all listen to everyone else when we play, I'm mainly focused on what Benji's doing and locking in with Benji. And the fact that Benji's so good makes it so easy. So yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys realize. I mean, Regan definitely doesn't, you know, and Matrianna, you guys are rocking out in the front, but like for real, like Abby is like dead set focused, like she's doing a math exam, like I gotta keep this ship together, and she does.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, Avi. Avi, and what are some of your earliest musical influences, you know, that encouraged you to pick up the bass guitar?
Well, I actually grew up for 11 or 12 years playing classical violin, and that's how I like sort of got into the music world.
Yeah.
And then in high school, I went to an arts high school, and they needed a bass player. And they said, you know, why don't you try it? It's the violin backwards. And I was like, okay, cool. So, and then I started playing. I got really into listening to Jaco Pastorius, who's like my biggest bass influence.
Right.
We're planning to be as good as him because that's kind of an impossibility, but he's definitely my biggest influence.
I love it. I love it. Thanks for sharing that, Avi. Let me talk about some of your songs, right? I mean, first of all, Sweet Basil. I have to ask about that guitar riff. I have to start with the guitar riff. For a song like Sweet Basil, is the guitar riff like the backbone of the song, Matrianna? Because I mean, there's some songs that like the guitar riff is like okay, like you identify it with the song. I feel like, and then it expands. Was this one of these cases?
I'm not sure. Like I just like started playing around with my guitar. This is like a little over a year ago. I was like back in Chicago for winter break, and
Yeah.
I was just like up really late, like trying to like come up with something, and I was recording myself and played it, and then like I came up with like the other parts and just sent it to everyone. I didn't really like expect like the riff to like hold everything together
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like develop as much as it did.
Isn't it amazing, Benji, how good she is? That she describes it like she just found like a Netflix show. Like, yeah, I was just sitting in the couch and I was just scrolling through, and it just came to me. This amazing riff. You know?
Yeah.
It's like that's
Yeah.
good for you, Matrena. You're better than you give yourself credit for. Regan, let me ask you, Regan, about the cover that I mean, you guys do great covers. You guys do a lot of great stuff, but "Don't Let Me Down" by the Beatles. You guys did such a killer job with that song. Was
Thank
there
you.
any part of you that was like a little bit fearful of like, holy shit, are we really gonna cover the Beatles? Like, you know, are we gonna fuck this up?
Yeah, I think Abby suggested that we do Don't Let Me Down,
Nice.
and I was a little worried, but I have a really hard time memorizing songs that are not ours, and so I was really worried when we were filming it for Moon Village, our Moon Village show, that I was gonna forget words, and people love Don't Let Me Down so much that like if you screw up a Beatles song, they're gonna know. And so that's the thing I was the most nervous about. And we had done a couple of takes for the version that we released on Spotify, and so I wasn't really sure like which one was going to be used. And then the one that came out on the EP is just like so incredible, and I'm so proud of it. And you know, we all did such a great job working together to bring that to life. So it was really awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a home run. It's wonderful. Avi, let me ask you this, Avi, because you know, it seems like you're like in the low key, like the cool girl in the band. What is, Avi, what is the, like you guys are like hanging out so much together. I want to ask you about your COVID protocols for the band. Are you guys like living together? And then like, if anybody goes like outside of the circle, like, it's like, who did you go with? Who did you see? Like, where do you fall on that spectrum of like, you know, carefulness as a band?
I definitely tried not to go out and just see everyone just because they're in New York and I can if I wanted to. This is like my main circle here, and my boyfriend is the only people I see, so that's kind of how I go about it.
That's nice. That's good. That's good. Well, great guys. I mean, look, you guys are awesome. You guys are so unique. Um, you guys for being so generous with your time too. But like, is it true that you're gonna play a little ditty for us?
Yeah, we're gonna do kind of like we're not acoustic people,
Right.
but we are gonna do a laid back
Right.
version of Sweet Basil, and do that
Awesome.
instead. Okay, cool.
Well, thank you so much, Reagan. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Of course, we're happy to do it. Should we go ahead and get started?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. You just want to grab all your instruments and
Yeah. I don't know it.
I think it's how is your guitar?
No, I think it's
Turn everybody up.
Strawberry Launch with their latest single, Sweet Basil.
okay. Okay.
Wow. Oh, what a great guys! What a great song! Unbelievable.
Thank you.
Oh my God!
Thank you.
When you guys are able to get out on stage, people are just gonna jam to your music, guys. Awesome. Congratulations, guys. Lots, lots of good stuff is coming for you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Regan McCroskey, Matrianna Gahol, Benjy Berkowitz, Abby Flicker, Taylor Hurt, Strawberry Lunch, everybody. Thank you for your time.
Woo, thank you.
All right, guys. Absolutely. Anytime. Take care.
Bye. Bye.